her thoughts on sticking with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Constantly wondering if it's worth it. Ally Lewber, she's been talking about where things stand with James Kennedy.
Jax Taylor, he's been talking on his podcast, talking about Brittany and that old rumor. The one about whether she, like, bamboozled him back in Vegas. He points out her mom knew who he was. Brittany wasn't the problem. I'm the problem.
Meredith Marks.
Yes, the rumors about her being suspended from filming season 6 and getting physical. What about the source talking to the U.S. Sun? Did they back her up? Porsha's back, and sounds like she's not loving her edit this season.
Porsha basically fired back that Bravo's twisting things.
Betrayed by both of them, Dennis and Drew.
Suggesting Porsha's maybe not quite over him.
RHOA episode recap. Cynthia's Juneteenth party was the main event. Charles is now officially looped into the drama.
A warning for Angela about getting too comfortable. Angela called Brit a whore.
Danielle Staub is back.
And she is not holding back about Margaret Josephs stealing her custom couch. And she even threw shade at Dolores.
Scheana Shay.
She had some things to say about Lisa Vanderpump and Ally Lewber. She basically accused LVP of manipulating Ally after James's arrest. Wes Wilson was talking about the upcoming reunion.
What did Wes tease?
He talked about Jesse Solomon and the whole Lexi Wood drama. He also confirmed they did talk about Lexi's comment, the one about Jesse and Ciara skipping her birthday party.
Okay, so in this video, we'll be talking about Kyle Richards. Specifically, her thoughts on sticking with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and also how co-parenting is going.
Right. It's that time again, isn't it? Post-season, everyone wonders if she'll be back.
Exactly. And she's basically said this is something she thinks about a lot. Even, like, during filming sometimes.
Which tells you something about the pressure, constantly wondering if it's worth it.
Yeah, she talked about just how hard it is having your life, you know, picked apart by the public.
Often without the full picture. That's got to be incredibly challenging.
Definitely. And she mentioned season 14 was particularly bad for her.
So bad she didn't watch it, right? Not even the reunion.
Not yet, no. She said she just couldn't face it at the time.
Wow. That really speaks volumes about the emotional toll.
But she did say she's feeling better now, and she does intend to go back and watch the episodes eventually.
Interesting. It's like she needs that distance first.
Yeah. And of course, all that show drama happened alongside major personal stuff.
The separation from Mauricio, yeah. They announced that, back last autumn?
Mm-hmm. And since then, you know, there have been rumors, links to other people for both of them.
Right. But no actual divorce proceedings started as far as we know. Or at least no confirmation.
But what's maybe a bit surprising is Kyle saying that she and Mauricio are actually getting along really well right now.
That is interesting. You wouldn't necessarily expect that given how public everything became.
No. But she seems very clear that their main focus, their shared priority, is their daughters.
Which is what you hope for, obviously.
She even said they still have each other's backs, you know, a real bedrock of support still there. She credits the fact they were always good friends underneath it all.
That seems key. She framed it as like a positive thing to come out of a difficult situation.
That underlying friendship is helping them navigate this new dynamic.
So it really sounds like Kyle's navigating a huge amount of change right now.
Totally. Both professionally, with the show uncertainty, and personally.
Okay, next update we have about Ally Lewber. She did an interview with E! News. This is months after the split with James Kennedy back in January 2025.
Right, and that breakup followed his arrest in December, though no charges were filed in the end. So it's interesting to hear from her now.
Yeah, it gives her some distance, right? How's she sounding?
Sounds like she's doing okay, actually. She said she's good to be on the other side of it. Happy in her new place, got her cats.
Oh, good. And focusing on her podcast, Starstruck.
Yeah, seems like that's a big focus, which is, positive.
So what about her and James? Are they talking?
Nope. Says there's no communication right now. But interestingly, she thinks they're amicable.
Really? After all that?
Yeah, says she holds no ill will. It feels like she's processed a lot. She even spoke pretty well of him, particularly about his sobriety.
Okay. What did she say about that?
Mentioned she's proud he's still doing AA, heard he's DJing again, called him a great person who is a bit wounded, but who's taking care of himself. It's quite understanding.
That is. Did she talk more about why they broke up? Was it just the December incident?
No, she clarified it went beyond that. Said that whole situation kind of forced her to look at the relationship more realistically.
Ah, okay. So it was like a catalyst.
Seems like it. Made her realize it wasn't healthy for either of them, and she ultimately chose herself, which sounds like it was tough but necessary.
Good for her. It takes strength to do that, especially in the public eye. Is she thinking about dating again?
Sounds hesitant. Said she's so scared about it, feels like she's channeling her inner Capricorn, just focusing on work.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, not totally against it, she said, but definitely feels like there's more healing to do first. Seems pretty self-aware about it all.
Okay, next update we have about Jax Taylor.
He was on his podcast, In the Mind of Jax Taylor, talking about Brittany and that old rumor.
Which one? There are a few.
The one about whether she, bamboozled him back in Vegas, specifically to get on Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, right. That theory's been around forever. What's he saying now?
Well, he's still kind of wishy-washy. Says he's uncertain, but wants to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Does he believe her, though?
He points out her mom knew who he was, but Brittany always claims she didn't. So, it's still murky.
Yeah, that doesn't really clear it up, does it? Always makes you wonder about relationships that start under that reality TV spotlight.
Totally. Then he kind of pivoted to talking about why men cheat, which, coming from Jax.
It's certainly a topic he knows something about, unfortunately. What were his reasons?
He listed quite a few things. Getting too comfortable, romance dying, communication breaking down, not taking care of yourself, taking each other for granted.
Sounds familiar for many relationships, honestly.
Right. Becoming roommates, fighting all the time, walking on eggshells, even dreading sex. Yeah. It was a pretty bleak picture.
And did he connect this to his own marriage?
He did. He actually admitted pretty candidly that a lot of this happened with him and Brittany and that they didn't get help, like therapy.
Wow. Okay. That's surprisingly honest from him.
I thought so, too. And then he went even further, said maybe he's just not built for marriage.
Seriously?
Yeah. Said something like, Brittany wasn't the problem. I'm the problem. I get bored being in relationships.
Oh, taking the blame. That's a new look for Jax.
It really is. Seems like maybe some self-reflection is happening. Or maybe it's just for the podcast. Who knows?
True. Is he dating?
Said absolutely not right now. So, yeah, maybe he is actually thinking things through for a bit. It's a different narrative than we usually get from him.
Definitely. Okay, next update we have about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Meredith Marks.
Yes, the rumors about her being suspended from filming season 6 and getting physical.
Exactly. Those blew up last month, didn't they? Started on X, I think? Eli's mouthing off?
Yeah, with some really serious claims, like Meredith calling Brittany Bateman terrible names, anti-Semitic stuff, pedophile accusations. Really nasty.
And then Bravo's snark side jumped in, reporting issues between Meredith and Brittany, but also Meredith fighting with Heather, Whitney, and Angie K.
Over the cheating rumors about Seth again.
So it sounded like total chaos was erupting during filming.
So how did Meredith respond to all this? She usually doesn't stay quiet.
No, she doesn't. She went straight to Instagram stories, flat out denial, said, I was not suspended and have never been physically violent in my life, called it lies started by, well, she didn't name names, but implied it was a smear campaign.
Okay, direct denial. What about the source talking to the U.S. Sun? Did they back her up?
Sort of. That source also said no suspension happened and claimed Meredith thinks Brittany started the rumors just to get relevant.
So blaming Brittany.
Yeah. But the source did admit there were nasty altercations and things got below the belt during filming. Just nothing suspension-worthy, apparently.
So drama definitely happened. Just maybe not that level of drama, or at least that's Meredith's camp story.
Exactly. It's the classic housewives situation. Rumors swirl, denials are issued, and you don't really know the full story until the season airs, if even then.
True. It definitely builds anticipation for season 6, though. You know, people will be watching closely to see how it plays out.
For sure. Okay, next update we have about the ATL housewives. Porsha Williams.
Porsha's back, and sounds like she's not loving her edit this season.
Seems that way. A fan called her mean and dismissive on Twitter, and Porsha basically fired back, blaming the editing.
Did she elaborate?
Yeah, told the fan to check her YouTube channel for the real-time stuff, implying, you know, that Bravo's twisting things.
Right. But it feels like there's more going on, especially with the Dennis and Drew situation.
Oh, definitely. She talked about that on the after show. Said she felt betrayed.
Betrayed by both of them, Dennis and Drew.
Claims they both told her they wouldn't film together for season 16, and then they did. And she said, given her divorce from Simon, it just felt like a pile-on.
I can see why she'd feel sensitive about her ex suddenly popping up on the show with a castmate. What was her reasoning?
She said it wasn't about stopping Dennis earning money, but she didn't want Drew to basically open the door for him to be back on camera, involved in her life that way. Trying to set a boundary, maybe?
Makes sense. How did Drew see it?
Drew seemed totally confused. Like, why is Porsha mad I'm filming my music stuff and trying to make money? Said it was all love and all positive from her end.
Yeah.
So a total disconnect in how they perceived the situation.
Completely. And then Cynthia Bailey weighed in, too.
Oh.
Sided with Porsha, actually. Said she wouldn't film with a co-star's ex out of respect. So she gets Porsha's point of view. But then Drew threw out a theory about Porsha's reaction.
What theory?
That maybe Porsha wants to spin the block with Dennis. Get back together.
Oh, okay. Now that's some drama, suggesting Porsha's maybe not quite over him.
That's the implication. And then Brit Eady chimed in with her take on Drew, saying Drew likes to stir the pot, but then kind of runs away from the confrontation.
Never straightforward.
Never, ever. Which leads us nicely into the next update we have about the actual RHOA episode recap. Sounds like Cynthia's Juneteenth party was the main event.
It was, the Bailey Q. And yeah, she was trying to sort out all the leftover drama from Nashville.
How'd that go?
Well, Porsha denied saying she'd sleep with Angela's husband, Charles. That was a big accusation.
Yeah, remember that. Did she admit to anything?
She did admit to calling Angela Big Bird, which, still landed badly.
Quite the same level, but still shady. What was Angela's reaction?
Well, Angela was mad, especially at Shamea. She texted Shamea calling the group a fake sisterhood because Shamea didn't defend her when Porsha made the comments.
Ouch. Loyalty is everything in these groups if you don't have someone's back.
Exactly. Meanwhile, there was a more touching moment with Brit and Kelly, talking about Brit's mom moving and her sister helping out, bringing them closer after some family stuff.
Oh, that's nice. A bit of real life amidst the chaos.
Yeah. But then it was back to the drama. Porsha got a puppy, Peanut Butter, cute name, but was still talking about the Dennis Drew filming thing with her mom and sister. Admitted she kind of blew up her own birthday dinner over it.
See, that situation is clearly still eating at her. And did Angela talk to her husband, Charles?
Oh, yeah. Told him about Porsha's alleged comments, including the sleeping one, and said Porsha ran when she tried to confront her.
Okay, so Charles is now officially looped into the drama that usually escalates things.
And then Dennis showed up at Porsha's house to meet a potential au pair.
Whoa, okay. Awkward timing.
Maybe. And he talked about filming with Drew, but denied he ever said Porsha tried to sleep with him. So much back and forth on who said what.
Classic. And Brit had another moment reflecting on family.
Yeah, while packing up her mom's house, thinking about her dad passing. Just these little reminders of the real people behind the reality personas.
It's important to remember that. Then there was a prophet at the party.
Yes, the Bailey Q gave readings to some of the ladies.
Any juicy predictions?
Uplifting stuff for Brit about focusing on herself. A warning for Angela about getting too comfortable. And something about Charles looking at a Porsha. Shamea was told to lay low. And Drew got a private prophecy.
Everyone's going to want to know what that was about. Did things kick off between anyone?
Oh, yeah. Angela and Brit got into it. Angela called Brit a whore.
Whoa.
And Brit basically told Angela maybe she should try being a whore in the bedroom. It got nasty fast.
Yikes. Did Cynthia manage to calm things down?
She tried. Mediated between Angela and Porsha about the Nashville stuff, and they actually apologized to each other.
A resolution.
Temporarily, maybe? Because then Angela confronted Shamea again about not defending her. Shamea basically said, if it's funny, I'll laugh. Angela didn't seem happy, so still lots of unresolved tension.
Sounds about right for Atlanta. Okay, next update we have about Jersey. Danielle Staub is back.
And she is not holding back about Margaret Josephs, went on a rant on her podcast.
What's she accusing Marge of this time?
Okay, get this. Stealing her custom couch.
Stealing a couch? Seriously?
That's what she said. And also claimed Margaret and Joe Bonigno owe over $200,000 to friends. Big money accusation.
Wow. Couch theft and major debt. Quite the combo. Anything else?
Called Margaret a stalker, claimed she has new fake accounts, and then went after her appearance, the whole drought mouth thing again, said Margaret's just trying to stay relevant.
Woof.
And she even threw shade at Dolores for not being engaged to Pauly yet, comparing it to her own multiple engagements.
Danielle just stirring every pot she can find, it seems. Will Margaret or Dolores even respond?
Who knows? Sometimes ignoring it is the best strategy, right? We'll see.
True. Okay, next update we have about Vanderpump Rules adjacent stuff. Scheana Shay.
Yeah, she had some things to say about Lisa Vanderpump and Ally Lewber.
Oh, what's Sheena's take?
On her podcast, Shenanigans, she basically accused LVP of manipulating Ally after James's arrest.
Manipulating her how?
Like trying to convince Ally to get back together with James, even though Scheana called it an abusive relationship.
Whoa, that's a heavy accusation against Lisa. Did Scheana say how she knew this?
Said Ally was really upset after talking to Lisa, questioning if she'd done the right thing by breaking up with James. Scheana was adamant Ally did the right thing.
So Scheana strongly disagreed with whatever Lisa supposedly said.
Absolutely. Said Ally absolutely not, did the wrong thing, and condemned anyone trying to convince someone to stay in a situation like that. Very protective of Ally.
Sounds like it. Did she mention anything else?
Just quickly explained why she missed Kristen Doute's baby shower. Said it was stagecoach for work, plus her daughter Summer's birthday. Sent a gift, sent a message. Just clearing the air, probably.
Yeah, but the main thing is that LVP accusation. That's big.
Definitely. Next update we have about Summer House. Wes Wilson was talking about the upcoming reunion.
Ah, the reunion. Should be interesting after this season. What did Wes tease?
He talked about Jesse Solomon and the whole Lexi Wood drama. Said he thinks Jesse handled it well enough to leave the reunion with his head up.
Okay. What about Lexi?
Said she's very articulate and well-spoken and can hold her own, so sounds like she didn't back down during the reunion taping.
Good for her. What about Jesse and Ciara, that whole are they or aren't they thing?
Wes doesn't really see it as romantic. Said he hasn't since the beginning, and thinks half of Jesse's posts about it are just him trolling.
Okay, so West isn't buying the showmance, basically. That tracks with what some viewers think, too.
Yeah. He also confirmed they did talk about Lexi's comment, the one about Jesse and Ciara skipping her birthday party.
Ah, right. Was there fallout from that?
Apparently, Ciara had words about it. Wes didn't spill the details, just said it was fully hashed out, so they definitely addressed it.
Okay, good. Closure, maybe? Anything else? What about Imrul missing the post-reunion dinner?
Oh, Wes said that was just logistics. They left the studio at different times. Texted him later. No drama there.
Gotcha. So just a scheduling thing. Sounds like the reunion covered all the key points then.
Seems like it. So that's a wrap on the updates for today.
Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive and want more reality TV breakdowns, make sure you subscribe to Real TV.
Yeah, definitely subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching this video. See you tomorrow.